All right, welcome back. We are here now learning how to get the job done.
I wouldn't
All
say it better
right,
myself.
that's it. So a lot of times in the past we used to always go to the library. The library was the resource for everything. We
Absolutely.
went to the library after school. We went and
Before
studied.
school.
We always did the library. Nowadays people are so busy Googling and doing things, we forget about our main resource that's there for us. So fortunately, we are going to welcome back and tell me your name once more.
Carl Shaw.
Carl. See, I just Carl is my library resource. Welcome back, Carl. He's been here
Thank you.
before, and he's going to tell us some of the upcoming events and introduce some young people who are actually utilizing our library.
That's right.
Yes. Thank you for having us on again.
Yes.
Yeah, the library has changed over time. Back in like the 80s, I think people would come to the library just to get books,
Right.
albums, back when they
Yeah,
had the
exactly.
vinyl.
That's it.
They had video, the VHS cassettes or what have you. And then when the 90s and the 2000s came about, we got more technological. We started offering computers and Wi-Fi and computer labs where you can come do papers if you had to get papers done or do research on the internet when that was like brand new. Now that everyone, like you said, everybody's Googling, everybody has a computer basically in their pocket,
Right,
if
that's
you have a
it.
smartphone,
Right.
what can the library do at this point now to still affect positive change in the community? And what we're doing now is basically offering programs, free workshops, free resources, so people can not only do the research based on what they want to do with their lives or take their next step, whatever it is, be it business, career, or educational or computer literacy, but you also have the resources there to actually put your hands on a computer and learn how to do it, or put your hands on a camera and learn how to shoot a video. We have Adobe Premiere Elements, that's an editing software, or you could even after you shoot the film, you can go to upload the footage into the Adobe Premiere Elements and actually make your little first video or video short.
I want to do that.
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, so it's a
Hi.
lot of cool things going on in the library now. We have workshops coming up. For the most part, every Thursday we have an entrepreneur workshop that's done by our entrepreneur consultant, Janet Wurtzel, and she does fantastic workshops. This week, this is a Thursday, what was it, September 29th, is it?
20.
That's 20.
It's the
21st?
This will be 22nd.
Yeah.
22nd.
22nd.
All right, so the 22nd we have how to build your business like a pro on LinkedIn. There's a lot of social media sites out there that people are actually building $1 million businesses on. So we have a person from Shout Out Delaware. She's a local blogger and,
Okay.
and social media expert. Her name is Brooke Miles. She's going to come out and give you all the inside secrets on how to really blow your business up using the internet.
Great.
So it's a lot of great things going on.
And what
at the
time is
library.
that?
And that's at 10:30 in the morning. Most of our entrepreneur workshops take place at 10:30 in the morning. Hopefully, if you're an entrepreneur, you have time to come
That's
in.
it.
And if you do have like a 9 to 5, and you do have a regular work schedule, we do have workshops after hours as well. You just go to Delaware. What was it? www.delawarelibraries.org/workshops, and you get a full calendar of all
Wow.
the events all throughout the day and all
Okay.
throughout the different libraries throughout the state.
All right.
I mean, I'm really excited about everything you said, but I'm just gonna. I can't get past the fact when he started talking about the 80s in the library. I think he basically just said we were old. He just called us out on
We
TV.
include myself.
And basically he was like, this is what we used to do, but now this is what we need to
That's
do.
Right,
it.
exactly.
That's
But no,
it.
but no, that sounds like a lot of wonderful things that are going on in
does.
the library.
It
It's
is a lot.
amazing how
It is a lot
how it's
going on.
evolved and turned
Right.
into something
Right.
greater for our youth. And that's great. That's absolutely great.
Definitely.
And speaking of youth, the name of the program is called the Inspiration Space, and it basically took the whole notion of if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's it.
So if you have things that inspire you, and you incorporate that into your career or into your business, you may, be building like I said, a multi-million-dollar business, been having fun along the way,
Right.
and this is a perfect segue into what these gentlemen are doing, because this is Jamal Wassett, and this is Julian Finkley, And one day, you know, I was just in the library, you know, getting ready to start up a session, and these gentlemen came in, and they called themselves the elite CEOs. You know, and I was like, wow. You know, I was like, you know, I was like, well, how old are you, gentlemen? You know, and at the time they were like, I think 19 and 20 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like 19 and 20. So to see young, you know, young men, you know, just having that fire, that inspiration, you know, it really made me understand how much of an impact the library's resources could have on the community. So they came in, and I'll let them talk a little bit more about what they do, but they came in, and Jamal is a videographer, you know, so he can use the Adobe Premiere Elements if he ever wants to, but he has his own equipment as well. And Julian, like I said, is a graphic artist, you know, so, and he's used what we call a Wacom tablet to like sketch some basic cartoons, and he's also, like I said, I'll let them talk about it. But here's the fine gentleman that we have here.
All right, so give us all the insight here. Come on.
Okay. Well, where do I start?
Yeah.
We are the elite CEOs, and basically, the way we started is Julian would always come to me, like back in the day, I guess, when we were 19, and he would always ask me, yo, what can you do, or what can we do to help us prosper? Because we didn't really want to work for anybody. I know I was always taught to own my own, so he always asked me, what can I do? And I was like, well, I can make videos. He can do logos and he can draw. So we decided to come up with this idea of a company where we each have our own parts. And I would do video, he would do design, and that's just where it started.
All right. So how did you know to go to the library?
It was just, we just kind of stumbled in there.
Oh, however you get there.
Yeah, we just kind of stumbled in there. Actually, we used to do network marketing.
Okay.
And we had walked in there because we needed a venue to host our events so we could start talking about it. And we ran into Carl here, and he was telling us all about Inspiration Space and what it is. And we were like, well, that's interesting. We actually need a place where we could start building our foundation and everything like that. So we got to talking, and now we're here.
And here we are. All right, all right. And yourself?
Yeah, graphic design, that's mainly the field, but I'm in school for animation.
Okay.
And like he said, we're just basically finding like new routes of income. Like he's already done videos for what the gym. He did a instructional video for another guy at the library, and that was through the Inspiration Space actually. So like we've been using them. Recently they helped me with my illustration, so like I do comics now for the Newcastle Weekly.
Okay. Right.
And that was all through the Inspiration Space. So we're just building now, like doing more and more. And so like every day we stumble upon something else. Like I'll be designing shirts soon. I'm in animation at DCAD right now.
Okay.
So I'm basically trying to just take over in the art world. Like
Hey, I like that.
So are you guys doing anything together? Any projects together, or
Basically, like if we needed a title or a poster or anything, he would do that.
Okay.
And if we wanted to do like a documentary where we tell people who we are and what we do, I would film it, cut it down, chop it up, and then put it out there. So we're like two halves, but it's just one company, and we just push each other forward.
And that's what and the reason that I asked that is because that's a great concept. You know, sometimes people are not humble enough to work with somebody else and utilize each other's talents and gifts. You know, it's always about me, but it doesn't seem like that with the two of you, and how, you know, you're good at one thing and you're good at the other, and you just work together collaboratively and just make it work. I mean, that's what it's really about at the end of the day. So that's I applaud you for that too. It's an excellent job.
Thank you.
I want to stumble like them.
Right? Maybe we might be working for them.
But no, give us some advice for some other young people who just haven't found a way to get started. Like, you know, sometimes we sit and we think about it, but we really don't know how to take that next step.
Well, honestly, I do kind of want to dabble in some motivational speaking, so this is perfect.
Okay.
Basically, what I would tell anybody is you can't just focus on just one thing and think, hey, it's going to happen. There's always other opportunities to make money or get out or do something. and there's so many different venues. I'm taking business classes to actually start up and have like a company or a place where you can go to and have things to look at for videos and stuff if you don't know where you want to go.
Right.
So there's a library. This guy here, he shows people what financial advice. There's people who used to own businesses who come there to tell people, hey, listen, you can do this kind of stuff. So there's always stuff that you can look out and find. All you have to do is just type it in or walk.
Type it in and walk. All right.
Yeah, I feel as though you just gotta just go for it. Like, don't, like, there's a lot of doubts and a lot of fears, like, especially when I told myself I wanted to own a business. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but when you kind of put your best foot forward and just go for it, like, you see that you're happy you're doing it. Like, even if you're up till 1 o'clock in the morning working on some design for somebody, it's like, just because I love art, it sits with me better than, you know, it's flipping burgers at McDonald's or something like that. So
So get to do what you love.
yeah, just go for it.
All right.
And you want to tell them your website where they can see some of your work?
Oh, okay. Some of my work is on, I have a Weebly account. It's www.weebly.com/Finktoons, FINKTOONS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cute.
so I keep a lot of my graphic design work on there.
Okay.
You can go on YouTube and type in Elite CEO Productions. Check out some of the videos, the gym instructional videos that she was telling me about. I can't necessarily release the product knowledge video that I released, that I did at the library, because it's not out yet, so
Okay.
not legal for me to release it.
Okay.
But it will be coming soon.
Great. All right. And you want to give us some upcoming events, or we're just gonna
Definitely.
focus on first coming Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, I can give you some events that are coming up, but I do want to talk a little bit more about the video that he talked about that he shot.
Okay.
Just to let people know, you know, the types of things that go on at the library now. There's this one patron who is an inventor.
Okay.
And he invented, you know, this great thing. Like you said, I mean, we can't, you know, speak too much on it because, you know, he's still in the process of, you know, the patent process and, you know, getting it approved by, you know, the FDA and all that stuff. It's really, really major. But he needed a video just to kind of demonstrate what the product was. And I said, you know, I wonder if, you know, if this would be a good project for him. You know, so I did introduce those two, you know, and they, you know, got together and made it happen. And I think, and this is how the library works. I'm pretty sure, didn't the security guard even have a hand in making the video or whatever?
Well, he was there.
Okay, all right, okay. Because I saw when the credits rolled, you know, he gave a shout out to the security guard,
Okay.
and that just goes to show, you know, how much of a community aspect and the community approach that we take to what we do here, because like at the end of the day, it's all about helping people,
Right.
you know, and helping people take the next step. So, you know, if security guard has the, you know, I guess, I don't know what kind of role he played, but he was willing to step up and take that role to make sure that video got done, you know. So, I mean, these are the types of things that take place in a library. But just basically, what happens every week, every Monday and every Wednesday, we have what's called walk-in assistance. And this is just a general blanket, a 4-hour session where people could come in as you are, you know, and you can get career coaching, career counseling. I could look over your resume to kind of make the tweaks here and there to, you know, make yourself more marketable. We have mock interviews, you know, I have people who set appointments, and we just go on Google. Of course, the Google is like the new encyclopedia. We go on Google, and whatever job that they're applying for, we'll look at the most common questions, you know, that are asked. And of course, there's some blanket questions like, you know, tell us about yourself. And the biggest one that everybody needs to be prepared for if you have an interview coming up, what are your 3 strengths and what are your 3 areas of growth or weaknesses, you know, and then people ask about like what are your challenges or whatever. So these are things that you should already have in mind before you step foot in an interview. So we prepare them for an interview, we let them know how to, you know, dress for success or what have you. And just give them overall career development advice. Now, as far as the business aspect, we have a form. It's about 10 questions that, you know, after you answer these questions, you'll have a good idea if you're really ready to take your next step in your business. If you are, you know, we can contact you with, we have 2 law offices that we work with, CT Corp and we Inc. Now. John Williams in Wilmington, and they could help you and walk you through the process of incorporating your business. You know, I mean, so this 4-hour session from 2 to 6 on Monday through Wednesdays, this basically encompasses everything that would help you take your next step. So like I said, that's every Wednesday, every Monday and Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. On Tuesdays from 11 to 2, we have what's called Tech Tuesdays, and we have a wonderful volunteer who comes in. This Jamela Henry from Something New Staffing. Now she's starting a business as well. She's also a great inspiration-based entrepreneur. Now she's starting a staffing agency, and she's has wonderful computer skills. She has wonderful training skills. So she donates her time to the inspiration space and actually does workshops. She helps people learn the computers. You know, so if you want to have a session with Miss Henry, she's normally there every Tuesday from 11 to 2. All right, so that's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now on Thursday, that's our Entrepreneur Day. You know, that's when Janet Wurzel, our entrepreneur consultant, comes in. In the morning, we have the workshops at 10:30, different topics every Thursday. In the afternoon is, again, an open session just for entrepreneurs. People could come in and get some basic information from the consultant. If you want to look for a job, we're not going to tell you, you know, not this time. You can come in and still look for a job, but the focus is on entrepreneurship. And on Fridays and Saturdays, we have adult ed for those who would like to get their GED. So there's something every day pretty much for anyone to help them take their next step. So these are the great things that are going on at the library. So I mean,
Is this the Wilmington Library?
this is happening. Our anchor branch is at Wilmington Library, and this is right across from Rodney Square.
Okay.
But there are some inspiration space. We call them satellite branches.
Okay.
We have Claymont. I just left Claymont just now. Every first and third Tuesday, I'm at Claymont, and we're starting to work with Brandywine 100 to have some activities there, and also Hockessin. We're trying to get out to Hockessin to have some activities there as well. But I mean, the anchor branch pretty much, you know, runs all the primary program, but we're trying to branch out to other libraries, and we really can't wait until that new library comes.
All right, yes.
In Newcastle. So yeah, so it's a lot of great things ahead as well.
Well, I have two things to say.
What's that?
One, you guys, I'm really proud of you guys and all the wonderful things that you're doing. And two, the library in Carl can change your life. I had no idea all of those things were going on.
Yeah, and everything
That's
is free. Everything is free of charge.
That's
better.
even
It's even better.
very
I
good.
like free.
Absolutely no reason not to try.
Right.
At least come visit.
Absolutely,
Hang out.
absolutely. And that's the thing. Just give it a try.
Yeah.
You know, if you have any goals, ideas, or dreams, put forth the effort. You know, just don't sit there and wait for it to happen. You gotta, you know, get your hands dirty. You gotta get out there and make it happen.
Stumble in.
Just
Come
all
on.
stuff in.
Get it done. Get it done. Well, we appreciate you coming out. We look forward to seeing some videos and seeing some tunes. And watching your name in the credits when I go somewhere, right?
Yeah, look for it.
Come and see your movie. All right. Well, please stand by. We've got a fun treat for you.